It's big dog season, and you can't stay still because you want it. Mm-hmm. Talk that talk, George. You still scraping your plate because you're hungry. Mm-hmm. Talk that talk.
Signs hang in the windows of nearly a dozen restaurants in West Midtown. Other businesses in the area fear they could be next. Atlanta News First reporter Madeline Montgomery is live outside the Fishmonger in West Midtown. And Madeline, you spoke with people living in that area, and they're worried about what this means.
We're outside of Fishmonger. This is just one of the restaurants that's closed, and this sign very similar to many that you're going to see along Howell Mill Road, and it's just a reminder of all of the places that have closed without a lot of warning and a lot of reasons just left unknown.
I used to go to this West Egg right here, and then one day I came to get a nice coffee and it was shut down.
Signs like these keep surprising residents in West Midtown.
We walk a lot, so just by walking we notice it.
11 restaurants from pizza places to breakfast spots shut down in a matter of weeks.
We need to get to the bottom of this. I'm not liking it.
Business owners in the neighborhood are taking notice too.
And all of a sudden the dominoes just tumble.
Ormsby's has been in West Midtown for 15 years.
It hurts when we see another fellow restaurant owner lose their dream, because we know what that feels like to have that dream.
Owners Leslie Battle and Michael Goot are concerned, along with the neighborhood, to see so many closings at once.
You know, it's kind of the live, work, play, and they want to have these businesses in the bottom of the buildings, and you know, people aren't necessarily going to flock as fast if all of the businesses are empty in the bottom.
It is a little worrying, because it's like, at least, like, it would be nice if we even knew that they were having a place replace it, but we don't know anything.
This is such a nice area, so it's kind of scary, because you think like the area might go down just by the restaurants going away.
So why are the closings happening? There are theories.
They just started building rents up and up and up, right? Insurance for a place like ours has doubled in the last couple of years. Major expense. Food pricing. I mean, everybody now is aware of the egg, you know, the hike in egg prices.
We reached out to the businesses that closed but did not get answers. And for now, we only have signs to go by. Wagamama sign saying it closed for technical difficulties. Snooze's sign saying to visit other locations. And here at Fishmonger, it's saying it relocated. For now, reporting live in West Midtown, Madeline Montgomery, Atlanta News First.
Good morning. Today is Saturday. It is February the 8th. The year is 2025. It is another beautiful day here in Atlanta. I'm sitting outside. Y'all, I don't know what's going on, but this weather has been gorgeous this whole week. I feel like I'm sitting at the beach somewhere because the weather feels so nice. I want to go to the beach. It ain't impossible right now. Let's look at the weather report. So we're looking at the weather. Let's see. It's going to be a high of 72 degrees today. The sun is out. Expecting some rain later on, possibly. But it's going to be in the 70s today. Tomorrow, 68. Rain on Tuesday. It's supposed to be we get back down a whole week from now into the 20s in another week by the time I'll be in Miami. So I signed all the documentation. I am having a pool installed here at the house. These are what we're working on. I got to meet with the pool guy so I can kind of design the pool. I did have the house up for sale. I just don't feel like moving, y'all. I really don't. I'm looking around. I'm trying to find another house. I don't want to rent anything in this market because rents are too high. And I haven't found anything that I was interested in buying. I did find a new construction. It was almost $2 million. I said, okay, I'm not buying that. But that was about the nicest thing I found. And one of the reasons why I liked it was a very small community in Inman Park. New construction, clubhouse, pool, very small, no more than 15, 20 units. And the association fee was outrageously high. However, they have a beautiful pool and clubhouse. I thought this is really nice for such a small community. I'd be only nigga in there too. That was another issue. I said, I don't be bothering these white folks. I said, I'd rather build a pool here and not be bothering these crazy ass white people. Where are you from? What do you do? How can you afford to be our neighbors? You know, why move yourself into a tight knit community like that and deal with these crazy white people. It just wouldn't make sense for me. I already know going into it how they react to seeing niggas live next door to them. Especially when you're in a high-end community. The interesting part is the builder was willing to do some concessions because the place has been on the market for 2 years. Well, they've been building it the whole damn time. However, this particular unit I was looking at I looked at this 2 years ago and it was finished. But now that he has most of the community about 90% complete and they haven't closed on anything, that particular unit was in an older mansion that he subdivided into condos. So it's about 4,000 square feet. But it's been sitting there the whole time because the community was being built around this mansion, new homes and new townhouses, and so he was really willing to work with me. And the unit overlooked the pool. I think the house was built in 1908 that he did the condo conversion. So what he did was he brought this old mansion, they converted it into condos, and they built new houses and townhouses surrounding that house, and they turned the pool into like a community off Ponce, right downtown. It's very convenient. I loved it. I'm still considering it but I just don't want to live in a tight-knit community like that where you have to deal with these crazy white people, because these white folks have really lost their mind under the era of Trump. They have really gone insane. And sometimes you just don't want to be bothered with people. And then taxes were higher. Although it's a gated community and I feel safe and secure where it's located at, the taxes would be way higher than what I'm paying for this house. And then there's an association fee. That's another problem. So, anyway. Atlanta, the state of Atlanta. I like to do these videos every now and then so I can kind of let people know Atlanta, how I meet people all the time that live here in Atlanta. New people arriving. How's the job market? How's the housing prices? The job market is pretty stable here in Atlanta, especially if you're in the medical field. I know a lot of people in the medical field who have found really decent paying jobs in recent. So, in fact, I knew someone who left the job last fall and found another job about a month later. The job market is good, especially if you're in the medical field. They've opened up a new hospital, children's health care. They're consistently hiring there. The medical field is thriving here in Atlanta. So if you're always going to have some competition in the nurses. There are more nurses there. Is the pay compatible or as aggressive in other places? Probably not. I probably would go someplace else. If I was looking for more income, I'd probably be looking somewhere far away from Georgia. The crime we still have a problem with crime here. It seems to have leveled off dramatically since the highs during the pandemic. We still see murders, we still see assaults, we still see some things going on, but not as bad as it was. And that might be attributed to a lot of people being forced out of Atlanta because the price of living is so expensive. So a lot of our criminal element is being forced out. Buckhead still continues to have a problem with break-ins, murders, assaults. It's a densely populated area. A lot of rental properties at Buckhead, so you're going to have that issue. Rents are expensive. I don't even see why people leave. Myself personally, I've lived in Atlanta for approximately since 1989. I've never had rent over $2,000. The highest rent I ever paid was $1,950. $1,950. That's the max for me. And then I bought this house because I realized I looked at a place. I looked at a house that was he wanted $3,000 a month, and I was considering that house. I thought, well, why am I paying this man's mortgage? I go buy me a house. That's what I went and did. Fuck that shit. So let me go buy me a house. That's how I get this house. Pay this damn high ass fucking rent. You'd be off your rockers to pay over $2,000 a month in rent when you can go buy a house. You can go buy a house these days, and you own it. You own it versus. I'm a strong believer. If you're going to live in Atlanta, or you want to live here, go buy you a house. They have so many programs available. Even if you got bad, jacked up ass credit issues. I mean, there are just so many incentives out there to purchase a house here in Atlanta. And brand new construction. There's so much stuff that you could do. I would definitely say the question people always ask me, does Atlanta still have opportunities here? I think Atlanta has opportunities here. It depends on what type of person you are. If you're a hustler, if you are a hustler, and you know how to navigate and survive here, I think you can do well here in Atlanta. But if you're just a regular 9-to-5 person who's just gonna go to work, because everybody know I have friends who just would go to job, go work their job, come home. If you're that type of person, you're just gonna go work your job, you're off on weekends, you like to go to the club and parties, Atlanta might be a little bit rougher for you. Because a typical 9-to-5 job may not give you enough income to really enjoy life the way you want to here. Now, I could be wrong. You know, you depend on what type, because some people just not, some people ain't gonna do, some people just not gonna do, if you're not a hustler, I don't know what to tell you, because that's the only way you can really make money here, is to show up here and really, when I say hustle, I don't care if you're hustling houses, I don't care if you're hustling cars, I don't care if you, like Rosie coming to clean my house. Rosie hustles her ass off all day cleaning houses. She does a damn good job. She's fully booked. She rarely takes a day off. I mean, she's supposed to have been in today, but I really didn't need it. I was with that dirty. I just said, I should have booked her any damn way. She could at least mop these floors in here, run a mop over. But with her in the hospital, the house tends to stay a little clean, because I know how to keep it clean. The dogs are not allowed upstairs right now. So Atlanta has its positives and it has its negatives. You know, it has its ups and it has its downs. It has good. Atlanta has its positives and it has its negatives. It has some good things going and some bad things going. Shit. I'm gonna cut it back in 1 minute. Okay. It has good things going and it has bad things going for it. It has great things and it has negative stuff. Atlanta is something, can you make it in Atlanta? I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing that I keep hearing. People want to, Black Hollywood. If you come here in Atlanta and you want to pursue a singing, acting, dancing career here in town, you're going to suffer. Everybody I know, people who've been in the industry for years, who've been in TV, movies, TVs and shows, movies, plays, they've done everything, hit records. They're all struggling. That's a tough industry to really make it financially. You know, I know people who are having good success in that industry, but they ain't making no money. They're in movies, they're at TV shows, they're doing all kinds of stuff, but they're not financially being rewarded. And if you all pay any attention to these actors and people who are in that career and the things that they say, they make it clear to you that they're suffering. So I never understood why people would pursue something but ain't no money involved. It ain't paying me financially. Why on earth am I pursuing this? Why am I pursuing something where I'm not being financially rewarded? It's not paying me enough to pay my bills or paying me enough to live a good, decent life. That just doesn't make sense to me. So I don't know why people insist on pursuing something that just, it ain't working. You know, if they want to come here and be rappers, singers, dance, ain't no money in that shit. The average people who break through that, I mean, that's a hard industry to break through. You know, it's kind of hard. You got to put up with people like Diddy with his molesting ass, touching on you and feeling on you and doing all kinds of stuff to you just so you can get a hit record that, you know, is it worth it? None of that has changed. I look at all these rappers that have died recently. You know, they died of a broken heart, misery. In the industry that it's not very rewarding. Really think hard about that before you pack your U-Haul and come to Atlanta to pursue that career, because that's a tough industry to crack open and you will not be financially rewarded. Is it worth it? I don't think it's worth it myself personally, but do you. Do what you want to do. Do what makes you happy. I don't think I want to be involved in something where I'm looking, because I know some people who've been in that industry for years and they still not doing well. The people I know doing well in Atlanta are doctors, dentists, or they only own business or businesses, several businesses. Stay away from that restaurant industry. Ooh, Lord, everybody know in that restaurant industry, the restaurant industry is going through some significant changes right now. Cost of food, rents. People don't have the type of money to spend like to stay away from that industry. Be very careful. I know a lot of people in the restaurant industry and they are struggling to survive, and that is a tough cookie. That's a tough industry to be in right now. You'd be better off doing catering, personal chef, anything like that. But open up a restaurant in this market with the cost of food and inflation and rents high, people don't have the type of money they used to. There's an article I'm gonna put that video in here. They closed 12 restaurants over in West Midtown. Restaurants that have been in business for years, all shuttered, closed, 12. And that's just the tip of the iceberg for that area, because I know a lot of other restaurants that have closed in that surrounding area and in Midtown and in Buckhead, all restaurants that have shuttered recently. Stay away from that industry. If you know like I know, it ain't good. Atlanta, like I said, doctors, anything involved in medicine, medical, attorneys, IT is tough because Atlanta don't have an IT strong presence here, and there have been lots of layoffs in that industry. So I know a lot of people who were working in that industry who, you know, there's a lot of confusion in that industry right now, a lot of change is challenging right now. Atlanta may not be best to pursue that career here. The real estate market's slow here now. Builders are hurting. Builders and home renovations, they're ready to get loans. Houses are more expensive to purchase. Land is more expensive. The cost of renovations and building stuff is expensive. I know people who built brand new constructions, been in the market for a year and a half. They haven't sold them all over the city. Who can hold projects that long? That's a long time to be holding something, trying to sell it. That's a tough one. I'd be careful going down that path, because that's good luck. You know, you're not getting any really cheap stuff. So you need cheap stuff so that you can sell in the $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 range, and you could build it and sell it at that price point. That It's impossible unless you're building a 300,000 townhomes. You know, there's some townhomes being built all over the city in that price point out in the burbs. You know, they're building I wonder what their profit margins on them damn things are. You know, the cost of construction, land, and building, and trying to find workers is tough. I don't think that's a good industry I would be pursuing at this point in time. Hell no. You know, trying to acquire expensive real estate and renovate it, and it's just, no, stay away from that. If you're trying to break into something, that may not be the one to break into. That will break your bank account. So, again, Atlanta is a great place. If you have some hustle in you and some drive, you can come here and survive. But you got to have your shit together. You got to have your shit together. You know, if you come in here to party and hang out, nah, it ain't going to work for you. I've met a lot of guys that are roommates and living 3 and 4 and 5 to an apartment and driving Uber and doing Uber Eats. It's a struggle out here. And these people are college educated. I'm like, why'd you come here? They got degrees. I'm like, what? I'm gonna live in Atlanta. Why? To struggle? I don't think I want to go to a place where I got to struggle. I don't think I want to go anywhere where I have to struggle. I think I want to go someplace where I can survive and thrive. That's the goal. Visit Atlanta. Come here on the weekend and get your ass, stay at a cheaper motel, hang out, party, drink, turn up, drink, have fun, go out to breakfast, and go home. I ain't been out in so long here in Atlanta. Like, people come. I had a friend in town a few weeks ago who stayed with me. You know, that's very rare. But he stayed with me, and he was ripping around all down. You coming with me? I'm not going no place. So I locked that door on your way out of here. As a matter of fact, let me walk you to the door and lock it. You on your way back home, you come up that highway. So I can lock the door and let your ass back in here. I ain't going out to them damn clubs and driving around late at night. Hell no. Atlanta don't do nothing for me. Now, if you want to go meet me in Miami, we hang out. Okay, let's rock and roll. I'm ready for it. We're going to walk down to the beach and do some fun so we can walk to. But Atlanta, I live here. I ain't trying to go to nobody's nightclub, bar mitzvah, wet, none of that shit. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I'm just trying to, if you're in this hospital, I wouldn't even be here right now. I'm trying to go someplace right now. I'm waiting for them to move ship Earl. Every day I said, when they putting you in rehab? Because as soon as he hit that rehab hospital, bye, I'm going to go on vacation. Shit, get the fuck up out of here. I'm going somewhere. I've been looking online. Look at my birthday coming up too. I said, I get the fuck up out of here. As soon as he hit that rehab hospital, I'm just waiting because that way he'll be busy going through rehab. However, so that's the update. I don't know what else to tell y'all. I try to do. People ask me all the time, what's going on, Atlanta? What's going on? Like, why y'all care so much about this poor ass city? Bunch of broke ass niggas just struggling, y'all. Don't you get it? Go somewhere else. But some people want to come to Atlanta. There it is. Expensive. Rents are still high. Houses are still high. There has not been a reduction in the price of these houses. Shit high as hell. These rents are still high. They still high. They got some. They give you 1 or 2, 3 months rent free, but they still trying to rent it to you at $2,500 a month. Because they still want that rental at that price. So they're trying to, But he hasn't. I suspect we will see a crash in rental prices. We might get a crash in home prices. We'll see. Nobody can predict the future shit. All you can do is sit back and watch and see what may happen, because this shit is high. It's expensive. So, with that said, today it is Saturday is February the 8th. The year is 2025. I'm going to give you some more coffee. I'm about to cook breakfast. I'm trying to get to this gym. It's 9:51. It's a beautiful Saturday here in Atlanta. I'm out of here, and I will speak to you all later. Have a beautiful Saturday.